Hey, sleep deprivation, what's up? It's the Culture Detective here investigating your favorite Oscars, and today I will be doing as quick as possible because I am extremely tired. You have no idea. Oscars nomination prediction video where I predict the winners of this year's Oscars ceremonies. So let's start off by saying that never had I ever cared less about the Oscars in my whole life. I've been watching the Oscars since the 84th. Which year was that? 2013, I think. 2012. That's exactly 10 years ago. So I've been watching the Oscars for 10 years already. For over half my life, actually. And I at first when I was a kid, when I started watching the Oscars, I used to really love it. All my favorite celebrities all together in one room. It's quite a thrill. But as I learn more and more about film and the film industry and the Oscars and how it works, I begin to lose respect with the Oscars and also the Oscar winners, aside from Moonlight, Parasite, and Birdman, are all very safe picks, and some picks are bad. So it's not really great or anything. But still, Oscars is still the most prestigious and the most popular awards for film, and I kind of have to talk about it. So another thing I'd like to mention before I start doing the predictions is that before not too long ago, the Oscars had announced that they are going to cut away 8 awards. So there are 23 awards in the Oscars, and in a desperate attempt to raise their viewership and make it more entertaining, they decided to cut down the acceptance of 8 awards. And the 8 awards include the animated short, documentary short, live action short, aka just narrative short, uh, editing, makeup and hairstyling, score, production design, and sound. What? What? They're cutting away editing. They're cutting away production design. Literally one of the most important departments of film. Production design. You're cutting away production design. That is ridiculous. And not a single one of these categories should be cut away. Not a single one of them should be cut away. They're all important. They all come together. What the hell is this decision? It's bullshit, okay? It is bullshit. And it's yeah, and a lot of I'm really happy that a lot of filmmakers are standing up on it. I'm reading the Wikipedia page. Patton Oswalt says it's dumb and disrespectful. Let's start off with the shorts then. So for the last 9 years, I have not cared about the shorts in the Oscars at all because I don't watch shorts. But ever since I've become a film student in a college and all I can do is short films, I begin to actually really care about short films. So you know what? I actually did watch some of the short films that are nominated. Starting off, we have Best Documentary Short Subject. The nominees are Audible, Lead Me Home, The Queen of Basketball, 3 Songs for Benazir, and When We Were Bullies. And I'm going to talk about my favorite pick, and then I'm going to probably talk about what the Oscars may pick. So out of all of these 5, only When We Were Bullies is on YouTube. And Audible is about a deaf basketball player. The Queen of Basketball is about a female basketball player. Lead Me Home is about homelessness. And 3 Songs for Benazir is about war and conflict in the Middle East. And all 4 of these ideas are pretty we've seen it before. And When We Were Bullies is actually the only one that's interesting in my opinion. It's about a guy who tries to track back a bullying incident back in his 5th grade, and the editing is really interesting as well. So I'm going for When We Were Bullies. That's my pick. I actually don't know which one the Oscars will give it to, but probably any of the other four. For Best Animated Short, it is Affairs of the Art, Bestia or Beastia, Box Ballet, Robin Robin, and The Windshield Wiper. So out of all of these five, Affairs of the Art, Beastia, and The Windshield Wiper are on YouTube. And my favorite one, and the other two, there are trailers for it. My favorite one is Beastia. So yeah, I'm going for Beastia, and I hope Beastia wins. Box Ballet is kind of fun. Robin Robin is the same animators from Shaun the Sheep, so that's cool. Affairs of the Art is also pretty fun. And The Windshield Wiper is an interesting one because it's very artsy, it's fragmented, it's chopped up. And some of the art in The Windshield Wiper is Hong Kong inspired, which is a plus for me, which is definitely like an extra point from me. But still, it is, I hate using this word, but it is a little bit pretentious. But Beastia, however, is a very unhinged psychological horror, and it's very pompous. And I love the editing. I love the fast motion. It's good. For Best Live Action Short, we have A La Kachu, Take and Run, The Dress, The Long Goodbye, On My Mind, and Please Hold. And out of all five, The Long Goodbye and On My Mind are both on YouTube. On My Mind is my favorite one. It's a Danish short film about a guy who wants to sing a song in a bar, record himself, and send it to his wife, who is passing away. And the doctors are about to pull, well, I'm not going to spoil it, but the concept, it's good. It's well shot. It's kind of funny, kind of sad, kind of beautiful, and I genuinely love it. The Long Goodbye is a short film made by Riz Ahmed, and this short film is actually just a really long music video, essentially. And I don't really like it. It's about a bunch of racists robbing a family and killing a Pakistani family. And the editing is so choppy. I don't know why. And the ending is not satisfying at all. Nor did it like leave me shocked or anything. It's just so over the top. And that's basically my thought. On My Mind is my favorite, and I hope the Oscars give it to On My Mind. All right. Best Visual Effects. Dune, Free Guy, No Time to Die, Shang-Chi, and Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm predicting Dune. Some people are saying Free Guy, but I'm saying Dune. I don't want to see Free Guy getting an Oscar, man, okay? And Dune, and sometimes there's just one of these movies where it just sweeps the Oscars technical awards, and I think it's going to be Dune this time. For Best Film Editing, Don't Look Up, Dune, King Richard, The Power of the Dog, and Tick Tick Boom. Of course you have to choose editing nominees from the Best Pictures or something. But yeah, I'm genuinely dumbfounded by the fact that Don't Look Up is nominated, because the editing in that film is awful. So clunky, so choppy. And the editing of the other films in this category are so-so. I mean, I haven't seen Tick Tick Boom, so I'm guessing Dune again. I'm guessing Dune. Oh, if they give it to Don't Look Up, though, if they give Best Editing to Don't Look Up, it's going to be such a huge ass meme. It's going to be hilarious. But I'm going for Dune. Alright, Best Costume Design, it is Cruella, Cyrano, Dune, Nightmare Alley, and West Side Story, and I think they're going to give it to Dune as well. Or West Side Story. I haven't watched it. I will watch it tomorrow night. But from what I've heard, the costumes in that film is kind of whack and colorful. Alright, Best Makeup and Hairstyling, we have Coming to America, Cruella, Dune, The Eyes of Tammy Faye, and House of Gucci. and I think they're going to give it to House of Gucci. In my previous prediction video before the nominations were announced, I thought they were going to give it to Dune, but to be fair, I don't think they're going to give every award to Dune. That would be stupid. And I think they're going to give it to House of Gucci in this one solely because of Jared Leto's makeup. And the Oscars do that all the freaking time. One character has a crazy makeup. Yep, this film wins. So I'm going for House of Gucci, actually. For Best Cinematography, one of my favorite categories because I'm in a college cinematography class right now, which is awesome. But the nominees are Dune, Nightmare Alley, The Power of the Dog, Tragedy of Macbeth, and West Side Story. I'm rooting for the Tragedy of Macbeth. It's amazing. But I legitimately think they're going to give it to Dune. Dune. And if it's neither Macbeth or Dune, then they would give it to Nightmare Alley, I think. But I don't know. I don't think Nightmare Alley is near as good as Dune or Tragedy of Macbeth in terms of cinematography. And I think they're going to give it to Dune. It's gorgeous. For Best Production Design, which they're cutting off for some freaking reason. Production Design. We have Dune, Nightmare Alley, Power of the Dog, Tragedy of Macbeth, and West Side Story. The same few. And I think they're also going to give it to Dune. Or Nightmare Alley. Because even though I think the production of Dune is gorgeous, I think it's mostly CGI. But Nightmare Alley is beautiful, actually. It is actually beautiful. So maybe they're going to give it to Nightmare Alley on this one. Yeah. Best Sound, we have Belfast, Dune, No Time to Die, The Power of the Dog, and West Side Story. And I think they're going to give it to Dune again. Yeah. I can't see No Time to Die winning. I just can't see it. The Oscars hate genre films, and it's not nominated for Best Picture. So, yeah, I think Dune has a great chance. If it's not Dune, then it's gonna be like Belfast, which is just Okay, Best Original Song. I actually have not heard of any songs here. I have not heard any songs here other than Down to Joy from Belfast and No Time to Die. And Be Alive, I think. Yeah. I think they're going to give it to No Time to Die because it's Billie Eilish and they want to, push the viewership. So if they see Billie Eilish winning, it's going to be like, oh my god, Billie Eilish, ooh, like it's 2019 again. But yeah. Honestly, if I had to pick one, I would also pick No Time to Die. It's not a bad song, not at all. Alright, Best Original Score, which they are cutting out. Don't Look Up, Dune, Encanto, Parallel Mothers, and The Power of the Dog. First of all, Spencer not getting nominated is a huge crime. But I'm rooting for Johnny Greenwood all the frickin' way. Because Johnny Greenwood is the man. He's the guitarist in Radiohead, and he's the man. Johnny, you get that award, boy. You get that award, Johnny. But unfortunately, I think the Oscars are going to give it to Hans Zimmer. Yeah. And it kind of doesn't even matter at this point because they're cutting out this category. So there isn't going to be an acceptance speech. Or maybe there is. It's just pre-recorded. Okay. Best Documentary, we have Ascension, Attica, Flea, Summer of Soul, and Writing with Fire. And I have watched none of these. So I don't really know what to say. I think they're going to give it to Flea. And I think Summer of Soul has a great chance of winning. But in terms of, political consciousness, it's Flea. And it's also foreign, so it's cooler. So they're gonna have to give it to Flea. Yeah, again, I've not seen any of these five, so I'm sorry. I really am. Best International Feature Film, Drive My Car, Flea, Hand of God, Lunana, and The Worst Person in the World. And they're gonna give it to Drive My Car. That is a given. That is no brainer. My favorite film here is Drive My Car, and I think it's gonna win too because it's nominated for Best Picture. So you know why it would be nominated for Best Picture if it doesn't even win Best International Feature, if you know what I mean. Drive My Car all the friggin' way. Love it a lot. Best Animated Feature Film, it's Encanto, Flea, Luca, The Mitchells vs. the Machines, and Raya the Last Dragons, which is hilarious because this film, I think it's made for China, but the actresses in this film are Korean. Let me do some research. Okay. This film is made for China, but it is, oh, it's not. Oh, that was last year. Okay, this year is this Raya and the Last Dragon. I'm sorry, Raya and the Last Dragon is made for Southeast Asia, and it is directed by Don Hall, which I'm gonna look it up. So okay, it is directed by a white guy and a Mexican. And the screenplay is written by Vietnamese and a Malaysian. And then it stars Kelly Marie Tran, which is Vietnamese, Aquafina, which is Chinese, Isaac Wang, which is Chinese, Gemma Chan, Daniel Dae Kim is Korean, Sandra Oh, I believe, I mean, yes, she's Canadian, but and she's born in Canada, but she's Korean. But yet, it's about Southeast Asia. So why are half the cast isn't even? It's hilarious. It really is hilarious. Okay, my I think they're gonna give it to normally I'd say Encanto because Disney wins all, but I think Flea has a good chance. And if Flea wins, I would be really happy because Disney is not winning again. All right, because they win too much. Best Adapted Screenplay with Coda, Drive My Car, Dune, The Lost Daughter, and The Power of the Dog. I'm rooting for Drive My Car. Personally, Drive My Car all the friggin' way. The way Hamaguchi Ryusuke adapted the Murakami short and expanded, it's just so grandiose and ambitious. It's amazing. And the characters are just so much more layered. Like, damn, Hamaguchi, damn. But I think they're gonna give it to The Power of the Dog. Yeah, they're gonna give it to The Power of the Dog. Best Original Screenplay, Belfast, Don't Look Up, King Richard, Licorice Pizza, and The Worst Person in the World. Personally, I'm rooting for The Worst Person in the World, but I think they're going to give it to Belfast, which is disappointing because I don't like that film. I don't think it's all that great or anything. Also, I may come off really rude and callous in this video. I'm sorry, okay? I just have to do that. It's the Oscars. I kind of have to. All right, the big awards. Best Supporting Actress, we have Jessie Buckley, Ariana DeBose, Judi Dench, Kirsten Dunst, and Awunjanwe Ellis. My pick here is Ariana DeBose, and I think Ariana DeBose will win also. So there's that. Yeah. Yeah. Best Supporting Actor, we have Kieran Hines. I'm so bad at this. Kieran Hines, Troy Kotsur, Jesse Plemons, J.K. Simmons, and Cody Smith McPhee. I'm rooting for both Troy Kotsur and Cody Smith McPhee. I think both of them did amazing performances, but I don't know which one the Oscar will give it to. I have no idea. I think Troy Kotsur. I'm gonna lean on Troy Kotsur a little bit more, but yeah, it's the two. It's the two. For Best Actress, we have Jessica Chastain, Olivia Colman, Penelope Cruz, Nicole Kidman, and Kristen Stewart. I am rooting for Kristen Stewart and Jessica Chastain because I haven't seen The Eyes of Tammy Faye, but judging by the trailer, Jessica Chastain just melts into her character. It's like barely recognizable. But Kristen Stewart is amazing as well. And if Kristen Stewart wins, it would be such a redemption, from all the people who hated her for her acting because of Twilight. But I think the Oscars will give it to Kristen Stewart. But Jessica Chastain is amazing. Don't get me wrong. But I think it's going to be Kristen Stewart. For Best Actor is Javier Bardem, Benedict Cumberbatch, Andrew Garfield, Will Smith, and Denzel Washington. And I root for Benedict Cumberbatch and Andrew Garfield. Yes. But I think the Oscars is between Benedict Cumberbatch, Andrew Garfield, and Will Smith. All three of them have equal chances of winning. Especially Andrew Garfield, because his performance in Tick Tick Boom is very enthusiastic and energetic, and a lot of buzz is generated from that. Benedict Cumberbatch is amazing in The Power of the Dog. Will Smith is really good as well, and I don't think Will Smith has won an Oscar before, so obviously people would love to see Will Smith win one. Oh, damn. Let me see. Oh, yeah. This is, he's not won an Oscar before, so I guess people would love to see Will Smith winning one. What's the smell? What the heck? Alright, Best Director, kind of bumped that it's only like 5 nominees. It's bullshit. It should be 10. Kenneth Branagh, Hamaguchi Ryusuke, PTA, Jane Campion, and Steven Spielberg. My pick out of these 5 would be Hamaguchi Ryusuke. And don't get me wrong, PTA is great, Jane Campion is great, Steven Spielberg is great, Kenneth Branagh, he's got the passion. But Hamaguchi Ryusuke is just amazing in Drive My Car. But I think they're going to give it to Jane Campion. Why? I don't know. Okay, here's the thing, man. Both Belfast and The Power of the Dog also, I think ultimately it's going to be boiled down to either Belfast and The Power of the Dog. And I'm rooting for The Power of the Dog all the way over Belfast. So, yeah. So I'd rather see Jane Campion win. And I think, I don't know if a female director has ever won an Oscar, so it would be like historical. I think Catherine Bigelow won once. Yeah, Catherine Bigelow and Chloe Zhao last year, obviously, but I forgot because last year's Oscars was just so forgettable. All right, Best Picture. Okay, so I'm going to rank them from my least favorite to my favorite. All right, so let's rank them from my least favorite to favorite. Starting off at number 10, we have Don't Look Up by Adam McKay. Yeah, so even though in my individual movie reviews I rated Don't Look Up like 0.2 points higher than Belfast, because at that point I enjoyed Don't Look Up a little bit more, but after some thinking, man, this movie is lacking. It is definitely really lacking. It's definitely way less funnier than it lets on. The editing is really bad, and again, great idea and great performances, but it just comes off so self-important and so corny, and it just sticks out like a sore thumb among these nominees. Like, I'd rather see Spencer get a nomination. I'd rather see Come On, Come On get a nomination. Or Evangelion, but that'll never happen. But no, instead we have Don't Look Up. Alright, at number 9, it is Belfast by Kenneth Branagh, which has become one of the fan favorites, crowd-pleasing fan favorites, but I did not enjoy Belfast. Nope, it's choppy. It's the uses of lens in the film is just kind of whack and illogical. A lot of the scenes feel really rushed. Some of the dialogue here is just kind of cheesy, and the whole film just feels kind of forgettable and boring, actually. So, Belfast is just kind of overrated in my opinion, in my humble opinion. Number 8, it is King Richard by Ronaldo Marcus Green. Yeah, it's just a really predictable, safe, boring sports biopic. What else do you expect? Performances are good, but like it's just too long, man. Number 7 is Coda. I think it's also really cheesy and really predictable and really safe, but at least this film knows how to pull your heartstrings, and it's not boring at all. It's entertaining. It flows really nice, really smoothly, but it's just really safe and predictable. Number 6, it is West Side Story. I actually haven't watched it. I'll watch it tomorrow night. But from what I can tell from the reviews, it's actually really good. And at first I was like, okay, West Side Story, come on. It's a remake. Come on. I'm not going to waste my time on a remake. But a lot of people are saying it's really good, so maybe it is really good. And from the trailer, judging by the trailer, it does look really colorful and fun. But again, it's a remake, and also it's really long, and it also doesn't provide anything new on the table. So that's number 6. Number 5, it is Nightmare Alley by Guillermo del Toro. It's also kind of long and a little bit slower and tamer than I would have liked it to be, but it is gorgeous. It looks really good. I like the story. I think it's intriguing. I like the neo-noir aspects. I like the directing. I like the production a lot. And it's just a really, really solid film. And then at number 4, it is The Power of the Dog by Jane Campion. This is definitely an interesting one. It is a revisionist new Western with an interesting spin on it. The performances are all fantastic. The score by Johnny Greenwood is amazing, and I just really like it. And yeah, it's not a very accessible film, and it can get a little slow in the middle, but overall, I think it's a pretty damn good film. At number 3, it is Dune by Denis Villeneuve. What can I say? The hype is real. It looks amazing. It's gorgeous. It's a beautiful, groundbreaking, absolutely grandiose experience. Every single scene looks gorgeous. Not a single scene looks bad, in my opinion. They're all freaking amazing. The score, it's not the best of Hans Zimmer, but it's still really good. And yeah, I like it. I do. At number 2, it is Licorice Pizza by PTA. Yeah, it's a slow film. Yeah, not much happens. But it's kind of like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, in a sense that all these fragmented pieces of scenes just come together to create more of a vibe. The 70s production is gorgeous. Again, really well directed, very fun dialogue, and it's just very laid back, and it's just very likable and charming. But we all know that my favorite film here is Drive My Car by Hamaguchi Ryusuke. It is just a masterpiece, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, the acting, the directing, it's all really great. The cinematography, the music, it's all really good. But Drive My Car is special in a sense that it's beautiful, it's poignant, it treats human beings like pieces of art, slowly unraveling. It's restrained, but the drama is real. It's there, and it gets really compelling, especially in the last act. And I watched this in a cinema alone, and by alone I mean I'm by myself, but the cinema is packed, it's full, and it's such an amazing experience. So Drive My Car is my favorite, but I think the Oscars will give it to either Belfast or The Power of the Dog. And I hope, fingers crossed real hard, I hope they give it to The Power of the Dog, because Belfast is really overrated in my opinion. So The Power of the Dog is, my vote goes to Drive My Car, but I think the Oscars will give it to The Power of the Dog. So, have you watched any of these films? Comments below, let me know. Tell me what's your Oscar predictions, and yay.